France is facing its most severe drought on record. 3 consecutive heat waves following a 30% rainfall deficit in May have left a quarter of the country's small waterways completely dry, the highest level since monitoring began in 2012. Every single one of France's 100 departments is now under water restrictions, and more than 100,000 residents are relying on water deliveries just to get through the day. Let's put the numbers on the table. Rainfall was down 30% in May alone. A quarter of small waterways are now bone dry, unprecedented since record-keeping started in 2012. All 100 departments are restricting water use, and 100,000 French citizens depend on trucked-in water for their basic needs. The scope of this crisis is national. From the Mediterranean coast to the Normandy countryside, every corner of France is under some form of water restriction, a measure usually reserved for localized summer dry spells, now applied across the entire country. These images tell the story. Riverbeds that once flowed with spring meltwater are now cracked earth. In hundreds of communities, residents line up for water deliveries, a reality that France's environment minister is calling, quote, exceptional and very concerning. Now, Parliament is taking action, but the solution itself is deeply controversial. An emergency agricultural bill would double France's water storage capacity by constructing massive artificial basins known as mega-basins. Supporters say they are essential for securing the harvest and protecting farmers from an increasingly erratic climate. France's environment minister described the moment as exceptional and very concerning, striking language from a government that rarely sounds an alarm this loudly. Environmental groups are pushing back hard. They argued that mega-basins reward overconsumption and industrial farming rather than mandating real conservation. For them, the bill locks France into a cycle of storing more water instead of using less. The vote comes as the European continent watches closely because this is not just France's problem. Climate-driven water scarcity is accelerating across Europe, and the choice between short-term storage fixes and long-term adaptation is one every nation will soon face.